I don't know if this is a good angle or not, but you probably can't really see my screen. I try to make it so that it's readable, but anyways, if I can maybe do a close-up afterward, I will, but this is the best setup that I have for right now. I just wanted to do a quick kind of follow-up on what I've been doing today so far, and even the past couple of days, as far as trying to set up my listing, trying to get everything organized and have somewhat of a structure so that I'm not an unorganized organized mess like I normally am. So if this is not a good angle, maybe this is better. I apologize. But anyway, so I've spent this morning so far created, I worked with Claude to try to come up with a way that I could just simply input an image into a generator and put in some generic info, and then it will write out the copy, the title, and the description for me, and even give me some tags. So this is what I come up with. I haven't really tested it out yet. It's just in its sort of preliminary stage. It's because I have to make sure all the images are downloaded first, and I have to figure out which image I'm gonna feed into this. So we'll see how that works. I'm not quite sure yet. But the other thing that I've been working on as well is I'm trying to also build something that I can keep my inventory, what I'm selling, the pricing, sourcing trips, so just all the profit that goes into adding SKUs on site. So I've kind of keep an inventory of everything that I have taken pictures of, how much I'm gonna be selling it for, and it gives me, the suggested price, what the total profit, the revenue, and all of that. Oh no, my cat wants to be on camera again, but she is really playful right now, so she's gonna be a little bit upset. Let's see. Hello, hi baby, hi. Say hi, Midnight. I love you. Did you get some sleep earlier? Did you get some sleep? Oh, by the way, she cut me. I don't know if you could see. It's a little cut. Where is my camera? Right here? It looks like it's much deeper than it really is. I thought it was deeper, but it was my fault, and it was nighttime, and she couldn't really see, so when she was trying to play with me, she caught my finger. I thought it was deeper, but it healed fine. So anyways, so this is what I did. Went through, added all the items I've taken pictures of the last few days, so I can keep an inventory of everything I have, what pricing I'm gonna, put it at. And maybe I'll put in there in notes as well all the places that I'm gonna be listing this item at. But I don't know how that works. If I'm only have one item of something, is it even smart to list them all in different platforms? I'll have to ask Claude about that. Midnight, please stop it. Midnight, stop. I don't want to play right now. Okay, she's being a little obnoxious. Here, you can play with my lipstick. Oh, play with this. Go get that. Anyways, that's where I'm at. I was supposed to have that interview with the recruiter today because she rescheduled it, but she wanted to do Wednesday instead, so it's being pushed out again. I don't have high hopes for any of these. Like I said, I'm just taking anything that comes my way. I'm not saying no to anything, regardless of, what, how much they are willing to put in the effort to want to speak with me, or, if they don't respond, like I'm not gonna keep pushing and be that annoying person, but I am going to be open to anything and be patient. But anyways, back to this. So this my inventory pricing. I'm gonna have to look and see if it's a good idea to post on multiple platforms, even if I only have one item of something. So I'm gonna keep doing that, and I'm gonna use the image generator later today, and I'm gonna build out or start listing the rest of the items that I've taken pictures of. I've also, what did I do? I've also listed my first ever last night. It took me a month to learn digital products, and I don't understand why people said it's so easy, because for me, I just couldn't get it. Like, it took me a while to understand, like, okay, like, you know, what are the back end logistic of digital products? How do I create the marketing, listing or the pictures that goes into the carousel? And it was very difficult for me, a difficult concept for me to grasp for some weird reason. And I'd like to think that I'm a pretty, savvy, tech savvy type of person. But when it comes to this, it took me a while, literally a month, for me to actually start to retain and understand the back end of it, how it works. But now that I know, I'm like, oh my God, it's so simple. I feel so stupid. So anyways, I've spent a lot of time. I've created 4 invitations. I've created more. Sorry, I have to make sure midnight is, let me go close the door. I created some like party invitation that are very just obscure, that I thought it was unique and fun, for people. If people don't know of any theme to throw in the summer or even towards Halloween for costume parties, I've created some of those that I think would be fun. I've also have created 4 invitations. They're invitations. 4 invitations, some birthdays in there. They're all birthdays actually, but they're interchangeable for other celebration as well. And I managed to figure out, how to upload my first digital products into Etsy. So I did that last night, and I was very proud of myself. It took me a while, but I got there eventually. Now it's easier because I understand now what sort of, and my computer is really loud, I'm not sure if you can hear that, what sort of marketing images goes into it, what kind of title should go into it, what the description looks like, how will the customer receive the file once they make the purchase. All of that took me a while to understand, but I was able to do that last night, and I uploaded my first one, and I thought it was so cute. This is more of, let me see if I could, can you see that better? If not, I'll bring you closer to here, maybe. I'll try to do a closer screenshot of it, but it's a birthday invitation. It's a set of 2. They can, change it, edit it, and put in their own imagery, and change up the color and all of that. Of course, using all the free features that's on there. This one's for, one can be a boy and one can be a girl, and you can keep reusing it over and over. And these are all the different marketing that I have created. I thought it was cute, So I'm gonna continue doing that. I will say though, it is quite a bit of work, especially the marketing portion of it, this portion of it. I guess if you have a shell of a template, which I kind of do now, it makes it a little bit easier. But the beginning part is going to take you a while, and again, that portion of it is going to take you a little bit more time, because you kind of have to like figure out, okay, what mock-ups do I want to use, and things like that. So I'm going to finish my loading everything I had in my inventory list into Etsy. I'm gonna try to upload the other 3 invitation, or at least create the marketing photos for the other 3 invitation that I've created. And then I need to go back to my print on demand and see what new graphics I need to come up with, because I really haven't done that for the last couple of days, because I've just been, you know, extremely busy doing all of this other stuff. You know, sometimes you can't do everything all at once, and even though I'm trying to, it's becoming a little bit overwhelming. And then I guess one last thing is I wanted to reactivate or start to repost my Poshmark again, but I'm having a really hard time. I don't know like what the deal is. It keeps telling me that I can't. So I have, if you could see, I'll show you, I mean, probably in closer, you can't see it from here, you know, how much I am making when I first started to do Poshmark. But at the time, it was more of like a hobby, right? Like I was just trying to get rid of what I have, not necessarily trying to make an income. And again, I beat myself up because I'm like, oh, that could have been so great if I kept this going, if I wasn't so lazy. I had a lot of great stuff that I was trying to get rid of, you know, and I was able to, let me see, no, I guess I'll do my sales. These are all the stuff that I sold a while ago. And then I could do, where did I go that shows me? Was it my insight? My Posh stats, maybe? That's not it. Sales report, maybe. And then I just do, what the heck did I go into that? My sales? I looked at something and it showed me total what my stats was. I thought it was this one. Last full year, custom date, maybe. Sorry, I don't know where I went earlier. Anyways, it was like $1,200 in sales that 1 year, and it was a really short time frame too. Granted, you know, the items that I was selling it was decently priced, and it was also kind of sought after items. You know, a lot of it was brand names, so you know, a little bit of a different story there. But I do think that it's possible. You know, there is customer for everything, so you never know. But I'm trying to reactivate my Poshmark, and there's an image, or there's this dress that I'm trying to kind of reactivate, but I keep getting an error every time I do update and I do list. I keep getting this error and I don't understand, so I don't know how to figure it out. So I'm just gonna try to create a new listing and see if that works. But I don't know if there's a button somewhere I need to turn on for me to start posting again, or what I need to do on Poshmark. I forget, it's been so long ago. But yeah, I will do close-up shots of this so you can kind of see, you know, some of the things that I sold over the years, and you know how much I sold it for. Granted, this was back in 2022, so things are very different, you know, back then. But I'm gonna focus just on Etsy today because I think that would be too much work to try to. I just don't think I have enough time in the day to be able to do that. So I'm gonna focus on Etsy as much as I can there, and then I need to go back to my feet pick page and figure out what I need to do there, because I have not been putting as much effort there. So maybe that's a later in the week project that I need to do. And then of course, any time in between that I have, I'm gonna be searching for jobs, and then also searching for jobs on Indeed and LinkedIn. Those are the only two that I feel comfortable with. The rest I just have a really hard time. It's so hard to navigate through some of them too. But if you know of any, please let me know. All right, thank you. Just checking in.